All right, guys, welcome to Shlog 2.7 and the last Shlog that I'll ever be doing a voiceover on because GoPro's not going to screw me again. Here I am. We're going into McDonald's. This one's pretty bougie, and except the pastries are pretty dry. So McDonald's, please get your shit together. I got my Amazon order together here for all the stuff I need to be able to work out of the car. I got high wattage outputs. Basically, I need these special plugs to be able to use the uh, laptop. Somebody just hit my car. Yeah, so some lady was getting out of her car and tapped my car, but I thought she hit me. Anyways, yeah, so here we are. We're in Rennes, I believe, and it's a student city. There wasn't much to see, so I just decided to leave. And yeah, so the those plugs give out enough power to power my laptop and to be able to charge the new power bank I got, which is very high power and able to give me full charge for the laptop when I do run out of power. But I think the car is able to recharge the laptop, but we have that just for emergencies. Just getting gas here. Somebody was asking me what country my plate isn't from, and I told him Canada. He was really surprised. This city was full of Arabs. The guy talking to me, everybody I saw there. So, this is when we started touching the part of France where you start seeing the Middle Easterns. Let's do a little mileage check. 344,640. Yeah, that's right. This is a little store. It's a superstore that's pretty much all over Europe. It's this and Aldi, I think. They're brothers and they own two different grocery store brands. Uh, Basically, they just compete with each other for fun, I think. And yeah, so in one of the videos, I said grocery stores in France don't sell bread that's packaged, but they do. I was just full of shit. And here I am. I'm just getting some groceries to go do a little cookout. This video is a pretty simple one. There wasn't that much going on. We're just waiting to meet up with my buddy, and then we're gonna go down south further. Um, and yeah, so I just been getting like the essentials, things I could keep in the car. I got that juice; it was pretty good. And yeah, I mean, right now I'm at the top of a mountain overlooking Cannes, doing this voiceover, and honestly, I'm boiling hot because I can't have the AC on. It'll affect the sound, and gotta have the doors closed, and I gotta be on top of a mountain so that there's no street noise affecting the voiceover here. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'm sorry there's no sound on the video. But I'm also going through hell making this video possible. Okay, so please bear with me here. Uh, yeah, so I was driving along and I got pretty bored, so I started seeing how high we could get the range because it was saying 461, but I thought we could get it up a little higher. I think we almost hit 500, and that was after driving for a while, so it's pretty good. And yeah, we got 30 minutes left here. I don't even know where we're going. I think we're just trying to find somewhere to do a cookout along the way to Nantes. And this day is actually the national holiday of France. I believe it was July 14th. And so we do step into Nantes later on. We're just passing through some small little villages. I'm just running off the highway just to check things out a little bit and see what's actually along the way because you don't really see much from the highway. And yeah, so here we are just cruising along. And yeah, look, we got it to 489, and this is like 20 minutes after. So we're doing pretty good on gas, or we were. And yeah, right now I'm 2 hours away from Italy, currently doing this voiceover. Here we are. We found a spot to do a cookout. And yeah, I mean, we're definitely not 2 hours from Italy in this video. So just so you guys know, I'm pretty behind on the videos, but I'm trying to catch up and I should be putting out quite a few soon. I'm just trying to get 7 scheduled, so I got a full week ahead of me. And once I have that, I'm going to start putting out maybe 2 a day just to get things caught up. And yeah, we found this place, but it was pretty eerie. There was only one camper van and it was looking sketchy, and I was hearing sounds in the woods. Uh, Yeah, I wasn't really feeling it, but I was starving, so I wasn't gonna go out looking for another spot, especially after I gave up that one we stopped on at the highway, because I said, you know what, I want to find something special tonight. And yeah, we did find something special. There was just a slight chance of serial killer, but I'm doing the voiceover, so nothing happened. And yeah, you can tell I was very concerned. I'm gonna cut out the rest of this part because, yeah, you know, but ooh, I was definitely not feeling it. There was something right next to me in the bush, and I thought it was just gonna leap out and, jump on me if I got out of the car. I didn't know if it was a human or not, but it was pretty loud. Pretty loud. Okay, now this is over, I think. Nope, we're still going. Still going with the sound. All right, I'm going to cut the rest of this out. No, I'm not because it's too much work and I'm boiling in this car. So you're just going to have to suffer through. Three, two, one. Okay, we're done, I believe. Let's go, make some food. That's somebody's trash. We're out in the middle of nowhere and people really just don't know how to clean up after themselves. Yeah, we lost some range there because we had to drive to this place. But look, that's kind of what gas does. It burns. And yeah, there's that guy. He's looking pretty creepy out the camper van. So I was gonna sit on these benches here, but I didn't want to be very close to him. And then I realized there was a couple having a picnic, so I didn't want to be that guy sitting on the bench while they're doing their little date out. Doing a little cute thing in the middle of nowhere with a serial killer behind them. They probably don't even know about. Yeah, there they are behind the bush. Dogging spot, if you ask me. Anyways, we decide to go out along the river here, and we find a pretty good spot. And this drive was worth it. It was a perfect spot, and I wish we had audio on this because it sounded amazing. It was just birds and fish jumping out the water. It was really peaceful. I don't know what's going on with the grass though. Did they have a heat wave or something? But a lot of the grass in France has been yellow and burnt. Yeah, it's kind of strange. Anyways, let's do this cookout and let's get this video over with because I'm really sick of these voiceovers and I'm boiling in this car right now. Yeah, this is real estate, guys. This is called real estate. There's nobody around, and we're about to cook some beef and eggs. Beef and eggs, baby. I have the cover. There's a bit of wind, so I had the cover and the tree in the way so that it wouldn't affect my flame. There's always wind when I'm trying to cook. You know what? I'm realizing this was a successful cookout because I thought we didn't have any successful ones until we got to the south, which you're going to see later when those videos come out. But this was a pretty good one. I forgot about this one. A lot of them have just been fails. One time I got rained on. One time, the tide came and almost took everything away from us. This nectar juice kind of sucked at first, but the aftertaste kind of grows on you, and then you're into it. And here it is, my half scrambled, half easy over easy, and we're just gonna eat like cavemen tonight, like every other night. I'm sorry guys, I wasn't prepared for this voiceover. I'm just trying to get through it. There's like a beautiful beach just below me, and I'm trying to beat outside of this car because it is hot. Okay, yeah, so let's do some lemon water. Lemon water is great for you. Um, it's just good for getting your immune system up there. I like to just squeeze a full lemon into my water and just chug it down. And, you know, I think everybody should have some juice with warm or room temperature water. It's really good for you. Do it every morning and use a straw because the acid is no good for your teeth. See, you're learning something. You're learning something here. And I got really into getting all the juice out of this, and I think eventually this lemon falls right in. And yeah, anyways, it's no issue. We got it out. And that's a BMW. It looks like a Kia, guys. I don't know. And definitely a dogging spot. I told you guys. Definitely a dogging spot. I know one when I see one. And yeah, we're going to get out of here because it's getting dark and there's a serial killer on the loose. Guys, somebody tell whoever that douchebag is to go pick up his trash. It's really not classy. And here we are, we're just looking at the map and how long it would take to go to Iraq from where we are. And I believe it was saying around 2 days. I'm just pointing out where we started and where we came from. But yeah, it would take 2 days, 48 hours from London, and also 48 hours from where we went to, because we're kind of driving further away in a way as we go south, but then we'll start getting closer again. My route that I'm taking, all in all, will take around 90 hours from where we started in Dover, north of London, all the way to Iraq. So we're passing through the entire west coast of France and the south coast of France. Before we go into Italy, we're going to cross all the way through Italy. Uh, Close to the south, there's a city called Brindisi, and this is a port town where you catch a ferry to either go to Albania or Greece. We haven't decided, but it's going to be one of the two, and they're both next to each other, so I'll probably see both. And I'm going to chill in Albania for a bit because it's really cheap and it's nice. I think I'm going to like Albania. Who knows? Maybe I'll find a wife there. I could really use a wife right now. Maybe cut that out. Okay. And yeah, so I don't know where we went with this. I wasn't even watching, but pretty much we're going through all of France and it's going to be a vibe. I'm in the south right now and it's really something. Since you guys are here with me, I'm going to tell you my favorite spot so far in France, and I'm currently there right now, and it's called, what is it called? It's something sur mer, all right? And give me 1 second, guys. This place is worth it. And I'll tell you, I went to Saint-Tropez yesterday. I hated it. I drove right out. I know a lot of people like it, but the vibe wasn't for me. There was too much going on. I wasn't prepared. I'm living out my car, so I don't think Saint-Tropez is the place to be if you're living out your car. It's somewhere you go when you got money, you're staying in a nice place, you got a few million in the bank account, you're chilling, So we're in Théoule-sur-Mer right now, and I find it's way nicer than Saint-Tropez. It's still very rich. There's a bunch of yachts out on the bay here, and you overlook Cannes from it. So it's right like 25-minute drive with traffic to Cannes. And yeah, so we're looking right now at how it is going through the normal route to Iraq. But yeah, so you guys know we're going south and then dropping back up into Turkey. And Turkey alone is 24 hours. 24 hours to drive through Turkey. I've done it before. I've taken a bus. So every time I've visited Iraq as a kid, because at one point you were able to go from Syria, you catch a flight to Damascus, and then you take a taxi from Damascus to Iraq. And I don't remember how long that used to be. It could have been 8 to 12 hours. I don't remember. But eventually it got pretty unsafe to go that way. So we started going from Turkey. So you fly to Istanbul and it's a 24-hour bus ride through multiple regions. Like you go through farmland, through oceans, like you go maritimes, you go desert, you see it all. And that's going to be our longest drive. It's probably going to be the shittiest drive, to be honest. Just because I don't know. You know what? It could be the best, but being on a bus and doing that drive sucks. So maybe it's going to be different when I'm in a car and I can control when I stop, what I see, what I do. It's all about perspective, right? So yeah, that's our route. That's what we're going to be doing. And we're just happy to be here, And I'm just estimating what it's going to cost. It was telling me like 1,100 euros okay guys, it's getting way too hot. I'm going to open a door. I don't care what happens to the sound at this point. And yeah, 1,100 euros. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. I think the audio is going to kick right back in soon. And yeah, because I got to change my memory card somewhere around here. There we go. Whew, that sucked. This city is given like Istanbul vibes at night. Got the cobblestone streets. There's a big stadium over here. Everybody's been coming out of it, so I guess it's been popping off tonight. There's just a bunch of people looking for trouble out here, so we're gonna head out. I'm just gonna mount the camera on the front of the car, and you guys will see the way out. Oh man, small town, easy to miss. Oh, we're going all the way back around, great. Lots of kebab places in this town. It tells you something about the demographic. There's a bunch of guys harassing couples around here. My range dropped to like 250 and now it's starting to climb back up since we're on the highway. We were just over a half tank when we went into the city, and now we're still just a bit over a half tank. So we didn't burn that much in the city, but it was like 407 the range when we went into the city. So let's see how much it can come back up. It's starting to climb right back up. And it just shows you how much this thing guzzles in the city, and that it drops significantly. Like it's not even what it says you'll get. You just get a lot less. Oh, it's bright. All right, so there's some, I feel like I'm driving through a very beautiful area and I don't really want to miss it. So I'm gonna camp here. I mean, isn't it crazy how I said, hey, let's just go find a truck stop and go to bed for the night, and then we end up in a whole city, check out a whole city. Here's the thing about me, I got this fire blood, and I can't just pass on a city when I'm driving through Europe, you know? Like, I gotta see things I want to see. I'm curious, and there ain't no way budget is gonna stop me. We'll figure out the money if we have to, you know? God's got our back, so we're good. But listen, I just parked up. There's a little side park, like you can pull on the side of the highway. It's there's a parking spot. It's literally on the highway, but you're allowed to park. It's a rest stop. Yeah, so I'm gonna do some work on my computer, maybe. Yeah, and there's a McDonald's 20 minutes, which I was heading to, and then I saw this spot, and I was like, yeah, that's it for the night. And I don't want to miss any of the scenery. So that was probably too long of a video today. We'll see. Yeah. Good night.